giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
I'm Elizabeth Kling with Mediacom News Leaders. One of your favorite authors could be headed to Des Moines soon, and Tim Paluch, the Community Engagement Supervisor with the Des Moines Public Library, is here to tell us more about this year's AVID series. This is authors visiting in Des Moines.
Yes,
Thanks for being here.
Very excited. It's our 20th anniversary.
Oh yes, a big milestone. And this runs March through May this year, right?
Yep. There are 7 events starting March 28th at the Des Moines Book Festival.
Okay.
And we have one of the authors featured as a headlining author, and it ends with May 27th at Drake University's Cheslow Auditorium, actually. So
okay, so 7 different authors coming at different times, and tell us about some of the ones that you're maybe most excited about. You're in charge of lining up all of these.
I love them all,
schedule
to
them
be
all.
clear.
Yes.
But there's a few I'm very excited about. Our final event of the year is Jacqueline Woodson at Cheslow Auditorium, Drake University. It's a large room. She's a literary superstar. She's won just about every award you can win, including the National Book Award. She's been a finalist for the National Book Award 4 times. Her books range from children's books to teen and YA books to adult books, and has found success on every step of that. And her book last year, Red at the Bone, came out and was an immediate bestseller. Oprah Winfrey called it one of her favorite books of the year. That's going to be a large event. We expect a giant crowd of teens and teachers and just readers in general. I'm very excited about that. And then one other one, Adam Higginbotham he's a British author, wrote his first nonfiction book called Midnight in Chernobyl. It goes over the 1986 nuclear explosion at the Chernobyl plant in the Ukraine. And the book was a very big success, and he was just recently, a few weeks ago, he received the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence for that book. Wow. So it's a really gripping read, and very excited to have him here as well. So
tell us about the decision process that you go through to determine who you'd like to bring in for these positions.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a team of people. It's kind of our AVID selection committee. It includes myself, some library staff, members of the Des Moines Public Library Foundation who fund this series, as well as board members from the library board of trustees and community members, people who either donate to the library, the heavy readers of the library, people who are just really interested in this series. We start with a giant list of topics, authors, and it's very long, and then I just start going through that, lining up people's schedules, fitting in budgets together and timing, and it takes 6 months sometimes to put it together. We're already kind of starting that list making process for next year.
For next year, a long timeline of planning.
Absolutely.
I imagine. You mentioned this is the 20th year for this series. Why do you think that it has connected so well with our community, and what do people really take away from it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think Des Moines, in what we've found, Des Moines is a very literary town. People love to read here. People love to get involved in cultural events and activities, and this is a rare opportunity to actually meet some of the world's greatest and most well-known authors. When you go to an event, you're not just sitting in the stands and listening to someone talk. You also can ask questions, one-on-one questions. The authors sign books at every event.
Yeah, take us through maybe kind of how the events work, the
absolutely.
process of attending one of these.
So depending on the author, most will give kind of a lecture, presentation, a little story about the book and their lives. Others will just do a kind of a Q&A with a moderator, but most will talk for 40, 45 minutes. Then we will do questions from the audience. If you're involved, if you have any question, you just we hand out comment cards, we pass them out, we hand them to the moderator on stage. And following that, you're going to be able to meet them and get your book signed for free. All of this is free. Every part of this is free.
Totally free.
Yeah, and these are authors where if you see them on tours and in other cities, can cost $35, $50, $60, even $75. So this is a free event. And
it is a free event. How is
that's
it
the
paid
question?
For,
yes.
Then beyond that,
it's due to the generosity of donors. The Des Moines Public Library Foundation, which is the fundraising arm of the library, funds 87% of all the library programming and 100% of the AVID program series. So they raise funds from the community, organization, grants, and donors, and they put the budget together, and I make sure I spend it. Yeah.
Yes. And so give us just a quick rundown of all 7 authors.
Absolutely.
So we have the list
Yeah,
here.
Tayari Jones starts the series off at the DSM Book Festival, which is March 28th. She wrote An American Marriage, which is one of the biggest books of 2018. And that is going to be a very, very well-attended event. I would encourage people to get there early for that one. I expect 600 plus people to be there.
Wow.
Hanif Abdurraqib is a very very popular up-and-coming poet, cultural critic, essayist. He wrote a book about a tribe called Quest called Go Ahead in the Rain last year. It was nominated for the National Book Award. It was a finalist for the National Book Award and many other prizes. He's going to be at the Central Library. Probably the name most recognizable on our list is April 22nd, which is David Baldacci. He's an author of mystery and thrillers who's sold more than 130 million copies of his books worldwide, and he's going to be at Franklin Junior High Auditorium the day after his new book comes out. So that's another one that's going to be pretty popular.
Yeah.
Kate Quinn, the next night actually, April 23rd at the library, Central Library, writes spy fiction, female-focused heroines, that sort of thing. Higginbotham, who I talked about with Chernobyl. Brad Meltzer is a TV host and historian. Has a new book coming out just a few weeks prior to his event, May 14th. And then we close with Jacqueline Woodson at Cheslow Auditorium. So.
Well, excellent lineup, and if people would like more details about any of the events and how to attend, they can go online to dmpl.org, and we have so much to look forward to.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We've been talking with Tim Paluch, the Community Engagement Supervisor with the Des Moines Public Library. Join us next time here on Mediacom News Leaders.